Getting your shop to a place where it actually makes sales and actually makes you money on Etsy is hard, but it's a lot easier if you're doing the right thing. You will see results so much faster if you embrace the concept that we're going to talk about in this video. We're going to loop back to a design I did with you a while back, which is this design. The 3x3 grid is super popular on Etsy, and this was a new trend back in November and December, and would have been great if you'd been designing like this November, December, January, February. Now the 3x3 grid has been popular for a long time, for years. But what happens is with any layout that is popular on Etsy, we wind up with new trends being infused into it. What is different about this that started popping up was that it was alternating squares. And then the kind of the stamp out of an object coming through. Like this apple, the shirt color is kind of coming through. So that was what was new about this 3x3 grid. Already this trend is a couple months old. But someone did take action on that video that I did. I'll link it up here and I'll link it down in the description if you want to go back and watch the video where we created this. As I was perusing Etsy for a new trend, as I often do, lo and behold, I bumped into my design. But I didn't list this design in my shop, and it had a popular now badge on it. Someone after that video had recreated this. You don't want to recreate other people's designs, but I wasn't mad about that or anything. I wasn't putting it in my shop. So someone did take action with this exact design, and they did get somewhere with it. So definitely stick around in today's video because I'm going to give you some things you can take action on that will also get you somewhere. And today we're actually looping back to this because when we originally did that video together, I actually left print inside this apple. It looks like the t-shirt popping through, but it's not. It's actually, I matched the color of the apple to the t-shirt, and that worked out great. It's worked out great for me in a lot of colors of t-shirts, except black. Black it does not work good with. If this apple was black and this shirt was black, very quickly you'd see that it was not the shirt popping through that apple, that it was a black ink that was on the apple. And I have had to do returns for customers with the color black like this. But today I'm going to loop back to this design because I'm going to show you how to actually stamp out the apple so that's actually the shirt coming through. We're going to use Kittl to do that. And secondly, before you rush off to do 3x3 grid designs like this was the trend a couple of months ago. There are two new ways that you could do up your 3x3 grids that would be much more on trend and likely to sell and add value to the market right now. And I will go over both of those trends with you. So when you do your 3x3 grid designs up, you'll want to do them one of these two ways instead. And thirdly, I'm going to let you know why this design is better than this design. Just wait, it'll all make sense soon. And if you didn't know, I'm Simply Shauna. I used to be a school teacher and now I'm a full-time Etsy seller. If I can do it, you can do it too. And now I teach what I know here on YouTube and in my membership. All right, let's jump on the computer and let me show you how I'm going to actually stamp out those apples. First, we're going to go over to Kittl. I'm going to click New Project, and we're going to go over to the Print on Demand tab so we can quickly get the right settings. And I'm going to click on Printify, the print shop I often use to fulfill my orders. That's going to automatically set me up with the correct settings and a 300 DPI. And now I've got my artboard with all the right settings. I'm going to drag and drop my image that we created together prior to this. And the first thing I need to do is vectorize it. Notice I have these kind of cream colored apples on top of the red squares. We need to stamp those out. But in order to do that, I need to vectorize it. Now, notice that I'm taking the complete finished design and dropping it onto my artboard. That is important. You have to create the design, download it, make yourself a new artboard, and drop your finished design onto that artboard. That finished design is its own little PNG file. All of the elements are connected together. If you try to do this next part on the original design where you have all of these different pieces, the different squares are laid out and the apples are duplicated and laid all over the place. It's not going to work. You're not going to get the same menu options that you're about to see. Okay, so before we jump into those menu options, I need to back it up a little bit for you. We were vectorizing, and I want to take it just a little more slowly with you so you could see something specific I did when I vectorized. Notice that I'm also taking the color all the way up to 16 before I vectorize the image. Okay, so I did that because if I didn't, this would not be in color when we're done. So make sure you do that. Now that I have my image here, all I need to do is turn off the color inside that apple and it'll be transparent. As a matter of fact, let's take that a little bit slower too. You can see here that I'm inside the illustration colors. I found the color of the apple and see the little eyeball there? It's as easy as just clicking on that eyeball. The eyeball gets crossed out. And now you can see that each of these apples where that cream color used to be is now transparent. And we know that because we can see the little squares behind it. Since I have the layer, the bottom layer here of this project as transparent, we see just these little squares. And we originally had a texture on this design. It's very popular with this type of 3x3 grid. So I've gone over to the left and hit the textures. And I'll go ahead and show you quickly how we can clip a texture. Here it's all over, but we only want it on the design part. We don't want it on this entire square. So if I go right here and I do mask texture, you can see here I'll do it a couple times. If I have that clicked, the texture is only applied to the part with the design and not the background. Now we're ready to export this. So I'm going to the share button and I am going to go down to download. I'm going to remove background. It's already transparent, but just habit. I'm heading over to Printify and we're going to drop this on a shirt and we're going to see what it looks like real quick. So we're going to go over to Printify's catalog and we're going to go to t-shirts. Comfort Colors is a really popular brand to be putting your designs on right now and to be listing. So we'll go over to Printify's Comfort Colors. Originally we had designed this for an ivory shirt. So I'm going to unclick the white. I'm going to click the ivory, but you can click whatever colors you'd like to do. And I'm just going to drag and drop our design right here onto this t-shirt. Now it's here and we can see, I'm going to zoom in on these apples real quick. The apples are actually transparent. So it's the actual t-shirt color that's coming through the apple. So whichever color shirt we decided to put this design on, it would be that color coming through the apple. So let's go ahead and save this product and let's take a look at what this looks like on the mockups. So first of all, I would not use any of Printify's mockups for my listing. I would get mockups that are known to do well on Etsy. These are not going to really help you sell your product, but they're great in terms of us just knowing what our design is going to look like. Number 2, I told you I would share 2 new up and coming ways to pull off the 3x3 grid and be more on trend because these are trends that just popped up in the last month. So instead of doing the 3x3 grid I just showed you, try this instead. Take a look here at this t-shirt that's popular now. It's got tons of traction and it's a 3x3 grid, except they did something very specific. This tight floral pattern is incredibly popular in letters. And now they've used simple graphics and filled in the graphic with different tight floral patterns. This is super new, and now you can pull this into every niche you can think of. I did this super duper fast one that took all of 2 minutes and only partially nailed the look here. I should really have a different floral pattern in each of these, and this came out more of like a tie-dye, kind of the same for all, but I pulled it over into the teacher niche, and for the purpose of this example, I think it kind of gives you an idea of what it is you need to do now. So 3x3 grid with those floral patterns in each shape. The next one is a coquette style 3x3 grid. This is just now popping up, and here the 3x3 grid are the individual graphics inside of these coquette type border frames. Again, mine's not great, but just to give you a really quick idea, don't post this. Post something better. But I feel like this at least gives you a starting point or an idea of how to pull this concept into other niches. And if you enjoyed that, you might be the kind of person that would really enjoy my online community, the Learn and Earn Academy, because I release a trend report every month, and we have already been working on these trends I just shared with you. I will leave a link to the community down in the description. I'll also leave a link to Kittl and to Printify. You can try them out for free. And as a matter of fact, if you are enjoying this video, you probably enjoy my friend Brittany's Etsy journey story. She just got 100 sales in just 7 days. We'll loop back to that at the end of this video. And thirdly, I suggested this design was better than this design. But why? Let's jump on and I'll show you what I did here. I grabbed this graphic off of Creative Fabrica, and it's got the checkered element. It's got the fun flowers around it. But this time we're going to vectorize this image. We're going to turn the colors all the way up to 16. And once we have it vectorized, we're going to remove one of the colors. Now our menu over here, our illustration colors, is popping up, and we're going to erase the green. And that way Mama is not filled in, and any of the green flowers are also not filled in. I'm going to go ahead and go the extra mile here. I'm going to add some text, and one way to really stand out in the Mama niche is to add personalized names. I'm going to add Tucker and Lola. Tucker is my dog, and Lola is my best friend's dog. Let's download our image and let's mock them up and look how cool this is. So I'm sitting here editing and looking at footage, and I want to make sure something's super clear. The example I'm giving right now, what I pulled from Creative Fabrica, is super similar to what was already on Etsy. These were both listed really soon, so I don't know which one came first, the Creative Fabrica listing or the Etsy listing. They've both been listed very, very recently. But I wanted to make sure that no one walked away from this video thinking, oh, I find a bestseller on Etsy and I find something as similar as I can on Creative Fabrica, and that's what I work with. Please don't do that. You don't want to recreate what anyone else has already done. You want to take elements that you're seeing in a design elements or colors. You want to mix them up together in a different way. Quite honestly, I usually do it in a different niche from where I've noticed something from. Now, the example that I'm giving in today's video, I pulled that example from Creative Fabrica because I felt like it illustrated the two similar designs and how to, why the stamping out feature might make it even easier for you to add value to the market with a design like that. So it was just to illustrate how this design could have been possibly even better if that stamping out feature had been implemented. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Back to the video. I'm going to mock it up here on the light green, and this is really the reason this is so much better. First of all, this light green color is absolutely trending. This is a comfort color. It's absolutely trending on Etsy. It would be a great one for you to list items on, but we're going to put our Mama design on the green, and I'll kind of fast forward through this for you, but we'll go ahead and pop this on the purple. I'm just copying and pasting. I'm doing Command C, Command V, and look how cool that is. It looks like it was created for this shirt. I think it looks great on the peach. But the color of the shirt is actually popping through a couple of the flowers and through the word Mama itself. And so the design just winds up looking great on every color that you want to offer it on, as if it was truly made for that t-shirt. And of course, it looks just absolutely great on our light green here. Next up, you've got to hear my friend Brittany's story. I mentioned her earlier. But while you're listening to her story, take action and start designing some of those 3x3 grids that we discussed earlier. That's the only way you're going to get the kind of results she has. But of course, don't do any of that until after that tip from Tucker. Tucker, take it away.